Welcome to On
On
the
the
Chain.
chain
What's
with
going on, everyone? This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. Tell you what's going on. Big money. That's what it is. Big money is coming to crypto. You know why? Because there is currently global crypto FOMO pandemonia going on with the big institutions, the big banks, all sorts of stuff is kind of generating and churning and burning all towards this crypto blockchain marketplace. They know it's the next step, the next evolution in the entire global financial infrastructure. We're going to talk about that tonight. XRP, we got some funny videos, some things that we want to get into, some things we want to dissect. We're going to be real serious tonight. Serious, Chip. Serious face.
super serious.
Super serious face, because we're always serious. So we got PB coming in from Slovakia. Everyone give a quick shout out to where you guys are tuning in from. And Chip, if you're ready to kick this off.
I don't see what we're waiting for. Let's go.
I don't know.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Ooh. Did you hear it this time? Mine's all garbled.
Need to get a little bit of sun. Just a little bit. Oh my God.
You need to get some sun. I got some sun today.
I think I got burned between yesterday and today. Got a little sun.
I got a little bit of I have to say I got a little bit of sun today. It was good getting out.
A little bit. It was very good.
Did some walking. I did about a 2.5 mile walk.
Nice.
It was good. Nice. And I was like, when I went out, Jeff, I was like, oh, it's getting so much cooler out. And about 20 minutes later, I'm like, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot out here.
Dude, it was hot. We were playing tennis at 11. Had the boys on their tennis lesson. And then we were over on the court next to them hitting balls. And it was like by 11:30, I thought I was going to die. It was so hot. It was so hot here. But then it cooled down with the torrential downpour that we had directly after that. So a lot of cool things going on. We've got El Jefe coming in from Williamston, Michigan. I don't even know what Williamston, Michigan is.
Never heard of it. I lived there for 4 years.
Never heard of it. It's never come up once. And all of the times I've been to Michigan, all the people I know in Michigan and from Michigan, never heard of Williamston, Michigan. So there you go. You learn something new every day. Big shout out to Gary. Gary just finished up the Noir Symphony
Nice
badass YETIS coffee. Real tasty. The wife really liked it. So just grabbed 2 others. I thought we would try them all. That's from Gary. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. He has the Obsidian Bold and the Breakfast Blend this time. Really interested to hear what your thoughts are on the Breakfast Blend. So give us a shout out on the next one. And more is down at the Miami Beach. I was gonna say Miami Beach House, but he's saying Miami Beach in the house. I didn't read that correctly. Going up, man. We got Novi, Michigan here too. There you go. I know where Novi, Michigan is. Been there many times.
As have I, Jeff. I was there before you were.
Yeah, you actually were.
just barely though.
There used to be a billiards club. Not sure why I can't think of the name of it. That was in Novi. The best chicken tenders you've ever had anywhere. I don't care where you've been. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. I'll think of it as we go. And I'll have Williamston is just outside of East Lansing. Very interesting. So we got a lot of Michiganders rolling around here. And we've got XRP is down the road from Fowlerville, Michigan. Another one I never heard of. You'd think all these different things, Chip. All right, what are we starting with? Are we going to get into, you want to talk about some XRP? You want to talk about Bitcoin? What do you want to talk about?
I think we're good. I think, Jeff, I think we're well on our way to becoming Bitcoin maxis. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, to be honest with you, I started out as a Bitcoin maxi. I might be heading back that way. I mean, I'm still big time bullish on Bitcoin, and if you think about what's happening, look what's happening in Argentina. The front runner of the that's leading the pack, who's probably going to become the next president of Argentina. And he's got crazy hair. Like, what is with these people that run? Like, the former prime minister over
hair.
in the UK, he's got crazy hair. He's got 1973 hair, like perfect. See if you can pull a picture of this guy. But he's so bullish on Bitcoin, and he's like, he wants to actually think about it, Jeff. Look at their currency. Look at how it's taken a beating, and he wants to pull like El Salvador. And if you think about it, Argentina is like 20 times the size of El Salvador. El Salvador pulled it off and made it work, and was able to say, hey, you know what, Bitcoin is gonna be, for a government to say that Bitcoin is a currency and it's going to be utilized, and they're using the volcano power to mine it. Okay, you got my attention. And the fact that Bukele basically told the IMF and the World Bank to go, you know what, told them off big time. I'm sorry, man. I'm a huge fan. And then you got that. What is that guy's name in Argentina? Can you pull that guy up from Argentina? What is his name?
Anyway. Javier Milei.
Yeah, Javier Milei. And if you've seen him in interviews, this guy, Milei, he is on fire. I'll have to see the thing, but he is on fire, dude.
I'm trying to get a decent picture of him. The guy looks like he's straight out of the 70s.
It's like 1973, 74-ish, you know? You almost like could put a snap of his picture like on one of these, like, you know, one of those Singer Critter like albums like from the 70s. You know, he looks like he's fiery too, man. I saw this interview and I was like, this guy's for real. He's on fire. Like there was a translation.
Here we go. I got a good picture of the guy.
He was just rushing it. I'm like, I love the dude. I hope he wins. Yeah, here he is. This is a good one. Look at that, dude. That's 19. I don't think when Elvis did his show, dude, in Vegas, I don't even think he had that look. Like, that's how crazy, like, and he's bringing it back. You know what I mean? He's got the freaking sideburns, the hair and stuff, got the leather jacket on.
Dude, it's awesome, man. It's freaking, oops, look at that. Right back to the old way. Yeah, it's very cool.
So he wants to take Bitcoin. And I love where he's going. He's like, hey, you know, because right now, Jeff, we don't need a big move. We could hit like $6 or $7 and you can move to Argentina and you're going to be like rolling. And, you know, it's funny because, you know, my wife has family. We have family down in Chile, and they go to Argentina and they load up on a bunch of stuff and they come back because the purchasing power is so amazing because of the massive inflation there. So I don't know. We could see Bukele times 10 of what's going on.
It is interesting to see the direction things are moving in South America. You know, so we had a lot of leftists that were taking over, but that doesn't further
Colombia.
Colombia. I'm just looking at this comment here. Holy shit, that dude.
He's a man, right? You got to respect that haircut. You got to respect somebody who is so different.
And Knight Rider. There you go. And Knight Rider. Oh, that's
what was the car's name? Kit? What was the name of that stupid car?
Kit.
And he was like, Michael, I'm driving for you. It was like a little bleeping light on a thing. I don't even remember that show.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. I went back and
Knight Rider.
It was
you can never go back to your childhood and watch anything. We'll destroy it forever. I've learned this. Every time I go back to like the movie that just changed my whole childhood and gave me hopes and dreams, and I go back and watch it, I'm like crushed. My soul just destroyed. I'm like, that's the worst movie ever. Because you can't watch it with an adult. You got to have those pure kid dreams like you thought. And, you know, back then there was no technology. There was no special effects, really.
Dude, some of the shows that I remember from back in the day, like Yul Brynner in The King and I.
Dude.
Do you ever see that? That was like way back in the day.
Isn't that a musical, dude?
Yeah, but then they also had a show, and that was really good. And then there was a show out of the UK called The Prisoner, and that was a really good one.
I have the distinction to have been at Port Marion in the UK, which is where The Prisoner was filmed.
Wow.
So you know that's weird stuff where the ball would roll down and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went so there was like a gift shop there. Dude, it was like, and I was a fan of that when I was a kid. So
it was awesome.
You know, my friend said, "Hey, we're going to Port Marion." I'm like, what is it? And they're like, it's a this and that. And I go, can I read up about it? Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna go. And I was like, wait a minute, The Prisoner was filmed here? Holy shit! I was like, all right, let's go. And they're like, You know the prisoner? I'm like, yeah. Like there were reruns on when I was a kid. Like they were like, you
Oh man,
remember?
it was so great.
You remember how weird that show was? But dude, I gotta tell you, like being there in person was extraordinary. It's so weird. It's like there's like so many different mixes of architecture. And you remember like that lake that he looked out at, and there was like those cobblestone streets, and then those columns
Oh
and everything.
yeah. Oh,
Like
it's
it
so
was like
strange.
walking through my childhood, and I was like loving it. They're like, hey, we're gonna go over here. I'm like, just let me just walk through this and enjoy it, right? And they
Oh,
had
it's
a
so
gift
awesome.
shop. It was all prisoner. It was all the prisoner paraphernalia and like merch. You could get the prisoner shirt and stuff with the.
Yeah,
And they were showing nonstop clips of it. The guy
man.
that put that together was really kind of a baddie dude, like
Oh,
brilliant but baddie. He was like he
I can't
wanted to
even
create this.
imagine. It was so great. It was so
Yeah,
amazing.
Port Marion, dude. It's like it's Port. Let me see.
I didn't even know it was a real place, but there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Magnum PI. And there was
It's in
some really good
Wales.
stuff. Then they tried to remake it, and the remakes were like, never so good. Never so good. All right.
I'm gonna pull.
So what else we got while you're looking that up?
I
We
have
got
it
some.
right here.
You already found
Put
it?
it up on the
All right.
screen. Yeah, I'll put it up
Pull
on
it
the
up.
screen here. So this is it right here.
All right. Zoom in
So
on
there
that.
it is. There it is right
Holy
there.
cow. Is that the actual place or is that from
That's
the show?
the show was filmed here. Like this
That's
was
crazy. Look
Yeah,
at that.
so this is everything. It's badass, man. So
I didn't
this
know
is
it was, oh
this
man.
looks a little bit rough today, but it was a lot cleaner than I was there a bunch of years ago. But yeah, this whole thing. There's no people here, but man, it's like really cool. Like, and this is where like his apartment was like right over here, where like he was like, and then there was a gift shop right around the corner over here. Very
So
cool.
did they build that as a set for the show or is it an
No, no,
actual
no, no.
building?
So no,
It's
so
an actual
the guy
town?
that built it over like 20 or 30 years. It's not a town. It's kind of like it was just something he was building for himself, and then I guess
Holy
they
cow.
stumbled upon this place, and this became. But it was so
How
funny
cool is
because like
that?
the clips were running in the gift shop. You could like, oh, that's shot right over there. Oh, that was shot right over there.
Yeah. I'll
But
tell you where the on the chain XRP party's got to be one moon.
Port Marion
It's gonna
in
be
Wales.
right there because it's gonna go to Howie in the hills first and foremost. We got to do that,
That's
and
where
then
we
we're
gotta
all
be.
gonna
Yeah,
pile into a plane and we're gonna fly from Howie in the hills and we're gonna fly to this place right here because
Port
that's the
Marion.
coolest place ever. Port
It
Marion.
is
That's where we're gonna go.
it is the
That
coolest
would be
place.
a kick-ass party.
What was weird when I was there though, it was the the lake was like the lake wasn't quite it was like dry. It was kind of like super dry.
Hopefully,
But
it's
man,
still intact.
what a freaking I'll tell you my pictures. My pictures are even better than this. But
So
what a
the preliminary. Oh no, this is back in August. So did Javier Milei? Where is he on the whole everything? Where is he in the
he's right,
No,
conservative,
no. Well, no, he's a libertarian, right?
libertarian, sort of like right.
Yeah, but where
dude.
does he stand in terms of the election? When are the election?
Well, I think it's still early days. I mean, I think he won like I think he's going to be the candidate. I don't know. I don't know. I just watched his videos. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's great. I mean, anybody can
Very
rock that
cool.
hair. That's some pretty amazing stuff right there.
But
What you
back in
got?
August, that's all people were talking about. Bitcoin soars in Argentina as Javier Milei wins presidential primary. There we go. That was
What's the
August
primary?
13th.
Yeah, the primary is what he won. But nothing. I don't know
That's
when the
amazing.
election is. Like, when is that happening?
Yep. I don't know. I can't find it. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe someone who's from Argentina can figure that out, or someone can do a quick search and find it for us while we're talking. That could be really interesting.
It could be.
Great things to come. Joe Budd says, how about Howie in the Hills to a limo bus to Vizcaya and Coral Gables? That's interesting too. Vizcaya is pretty cool.
This guy
And
would
then
be cool. But yeah,
go
this
to
guy's
Howie in the
small, though.
Hills, Vizcaya, then we'll get on a plane and we'll go over to there.
Then we're going over there. But can you imagine like we
We're
rent
going
out Port Marion, dude? How we rent out Port Marion and have a massive like
Oh,
moon party there?
oh,
Holy
that'd be great.
cow!
It's gonna be a
We're gonna
weekend
do
moon
cool
party.
stuff. I have it in New York at like a common place. That's so silly. That's
Yeah.
so common. We don't have it at some crazy ass place that no one's ever been to. Why not?
That's
Right? So
no one's been to Howie in the Hills.
this made me laugh, Jeff. I have to say. Let me put this on here. But you know the whole thing with the fallout from the you know a lot of people couldn't go to this proper party.
What's that?
You know, I think it's a party that Ripple's having in 2 weeks in New York City. So a lot of people couldn't go to it. So and there's a lot of like chatter over on X But Mr. I put this up, and this made me laugh. It's good when you get a good laugh, but he's like, Chip from On the Chain must be given a free pass like ETH. I was like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day, man. There's like a free pass like ETH. And look, not everybody can go. It's obvious. Nobody, everybody can go. It's an event you can hold everyone. Jeff, how many XRP wallets are there roughly?
4.5 million.
Okay, so the place holds a couple thousand people, so there's no way that everybody can go.
No.
It's not one of these type of parties, but I saw this one too that hang on here. Oh,
so you're gonna get 1,000 people. A lot of people are going there. A lot of people made reservations to go over
and
there.
look at this. This one made me feel good. This is Neil Hartner. Okay, Neil's the senior staff software engineer at ODL. He goes, if Chip isn't on the invite list, then the event name will have to be changed. It won't be a proper party without him. Guys make me feel really, so it's like, guys make me feel really good, I appreciate it. And then also
and you got a lot of kind reach outs.
And then John Doe also, and John Doe is a big, big OTC OG forever and a day. He's like listen, you're not going to win any love here, okay? They watch a couple of these episodes and we're like, we might be banned from any Ripple event and like of all time. Like, it was like, don't encourage them, John. It's like, he's like, you ping Garlinghouse, Ripple, and David Schwartz. David Schwartz, I've invited him so many times. Like, if I'm in a Twitter, or I would say an X sort of a back and forth with David Schwartz, the fastest way to lose him forever is I invite him on the show. David, come on the show. Radio silence, nothing. You will never hear another word from him. There'll be another X post, nothing. It just goes silent. And then there was a campaign where Goop from, I think he's in New Zealand, I want to say New Zealand, or I know he's on that side of the world, but he, for like 6 weeks in a row, like every other day was asking him to come on the show. Nothing. So you are encouraging, so you're pinging Garlinghouse, Ripple about some loser from a podcast to go to the show. These guys got bigger fish to fry. They don't care. But John, I do appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, there was a lot of nice reach out there. Obviously, they got bombarded. The tickets that they gave away went really, really fast. I just want to, just to kind of put a cap on, the conversation. A lot to talk about tonight. But how do they know these are going to be pro XRP people attending the party? I mean, it's a free party. They there's no connection back to an XRP wallet or anything like that. I would hope that they'd want, XRP, people that have been through the thick and thin, with following the XRP asset and even following the Ripple case. And, there were 80,000 that were part of the intervention along with John Deaton, that put everything out there to really get involved and to help this ecosystem, to help the space, and to support Ripple. So there's obviously a lot of people out there that are pro and big supporters, but at least, I would hope that they would tie it back and say, hey, we want people that are part of the ecosystem, that have supported and are holders of an XRP, the digital asset, because you guys are part of the overall community. And that's how we're going to tie, and make sure there's some validity to people's attendance. But maybe we need to have a kegger out in front.
You're thinking way too much. You're thinking way too much in detail. This is how it went. Staff meeting on Friday. Staff meeting on Friday afternoon. Be like, hey, everybody, listen. So what's going on? Yeah, remember that proper party Garlinghouse was talking about? Yeah. Why don't we do it next month in New York? Okay. They announced it like a month before. This is probably some marketing, or they outsourced it to somebody, and they put up. These are your words, Jeff, an antiquated form that you had to fill out. You put your name in there, you put your birth date, so they don't care who comes to the party, right? Bitcoin maxis, ETH maxis, those rave kids in New York that just are looking for the next big party. So you send it to one friend, say, hey, and that guy sends it to 5 friends, and then she sends it to 5 friends. Next thing you know, there's like 100 people coming that live in New York. They're like, Ripple? Who's Ripple? Doesn't matter. Free drinks, right?
Free drinks, free party, free food.
Right. Free party, free food, all that stuff. So, I mean, like, and they go like, okay, let's have a party. Like, they weren't thinking about like in depth. By the way, so let's just have some more fun here. So Jungle put this together. Jungle, you go into the Ripple proper party and look at this. They're wearing masks. with the Ripple proper party. Oh my God, I almost lost
God,
it. I
that's
saw this
great.
is so funny. This is so funny. And they go, "Hey, are you going?" He's like, "I gotta work," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going either." It's like, you we've, yeah, I mean, if anybody, Jungle is like a staple. I mean, Jungle's been streaming since what, 2017,
Oh yeah,
6 years ago.
he's been
I mean,
around. He was
he's been like
one
one
of
of the
the
original guys that
yeah.
you and I used to listen. Like he
Well, he
was
was
like
my
one of the
first
never
go-to
misses.
listen. Yeah, podcast. Yeah.
You never miss them, and it's like, and so then I was like, no ticket, and then Bobby XRP, look at this stuff. This is why I love this community. That you guys are the greatest ever. Forget about the party.
The
The
smartest and the
party's
brightest.
water under the bridge. Bobby goes, I will be there and pick something up for you, Chip, and also for you, Jungle. I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I appreciate you thinking about me, having fun. He goes, as much entertainment as you and Jeff have given us, it's the least I can do. I was like, this is what it's made about, Jeff. I mean, Jeff, this is the stuff, right? And then I
Yeah.
saw this one here. So I put this out because I wanted to thank Jeff. So many people reached out to me. I was so touched.
Yep.
And I said, most amazing thing is that people offered to give me a registration from a family or friend or somebody that couldn't make it, right? They registered, can't make it. And, we were both aware that you can't. It's not viable because.
And we don't know because there's been no real response on that.
No, we do know, Jeff.
The Ripple response specifically that we can't give someone a ticket.
Yes. So that was going back and forth between Crypto Eddie and the person that runs the registration, where she didn't see in the thing in the FAQs where it said you had to give your real name. She signed up as Crypto Eddie, so you have to reach out and contact Ripple, give them your full name, your date of birth, and their check-in IDs at the door.
That was another issue. People were using their screen names when they logged in versus their real name.
You won't get in the door
and
if you
they
do
said
that.
they won't get in the door if you did that, and there were a lot of people that registered that way. So there's a good chance. Now, again, this goes back to who I get it. You want to see that the person that registered is the person that you let in the door, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I would have run it a little bit differently. I would have maybe tried to tap into an XRPL based wallet and created some sort of an NFT around it. And, a little bit beyond the QR code just to show, hey, you registered. Maybe I would have put a little bit of a cost of maybe 25 XRP just to validate that, the person's legit, that they're tied to the ticket. And then you want to give your ticket away to someone, that's your prerogative. I mean, that's all part of it. So what if we have 100 people that registered and don't show up, or they're just 100 people random? I don't get it. I just don't understand. I was really hoping that, as one of the forefront of technology utilizing the XRPL, they would have kind of showcased a little bit with some of the new tech, and instead of going to, and I was saying, it's kind of pre-legacy, right? Because legacy right now is kind of like a Ticketmaster. You go to Ticketmaster or not Ticketmaster. What are those when you do your parties and that website that you can use to schedule a party and you get everyone to sign up
I don't have
and
any
they say,
parties.
yes, I'm coming. Whatever that site on, I can't think of it right now. I don't know. I was just looking at it. I was just hoping there would be a little something more than, hey, go on this form, Phil, and maybe went to a Google spreadsheet or something. I don't know. And then it sent you an email response. I just thought it would be cool.
Yeah, but that was like 20 years ago, right? We were like, that was awesome.
People are doing that. Yeah, I was just hoping there'd be Eventbrite. There you go. DNI got it.
There it is.
Eventbrite. Yeah. But anyhow, that's kind of where we're at. The other thing is if you have like 2,000 spots, I thought it'd be really cool if you're going to do a party like that to have VIP access, right? And maybe you charge like 500 XRP for VIP access, or a little bit more, just because you have a limited, maybe you only have space for like 100 people. They could do like behind the scenes, and you can do a little reception with Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, and just something cool. And if they want to like then have a charity connected to it, they could have donated all the XRP that came in from the attendees, and they could have donated it to a really cool charity. Now, to me, that would be an awesome party. People coming to celebrate, plus you're supporting a charity of some sort. That would be really cool. But like you said, that might, I'm overthinking it, overthinking the tech and the charity and everything else. That's how I would organize the Chip. I don't know. That's
No, I no, I
I
absolutely,
don't
I
know.
absolutely think that.
Where am I
But
wrong
that's
on that?
because you. No, I mean, this is the whole thing. Putting some actual thought into it, other than like, it's open to everybody. Listen, we want to have a proper party to celebrate that XRP is not a security, but anybody can register, Jeff. Anybody, anybody in the world. I mean, all the BTC maxis, bots can go in there and register. Anybody can go ahead and register. So, and the
Gary's
people, and if you're really not going, Jeff, are you going to cancel it? I mean, you'd be
no,
like, you just forget
people
about it. You're
don't
like,
even
I'm not
remember.
going to go.
Yeah. People aren't going to remember that they put the ticket out there. And
All
if
right.
they really have limited space, then you got to make sure you control that limit. If you have 1,000, let's say you only have 1,000, you can let 1,000 people in, but 500 are registered and they're not going to show up. Now all of a sudden you
Right.
only have 500 people there. I mean, I would want to know exactly how many people are coming. To me, that would be the way to go.
So I sent an email like after Friday when I tried from 9 o'clock till 9:20, like just refreshing the page, shift refreshing the page, getting rid of my cookies, whatever, all the stuff, right? All the normal stuff you do. Make sure that that there's no, the cache is cleared, all that stuff, right? Maybe I'm
Chocolate chip.
caching an old, I don't know,
Oreos.
because I'm just saying, right? So I wrote them and said, like, I tried multiple times. I explained the whole thing. It wasn't just me. A lot of other people had the same issue. And I'm like, is there going to be a wait list? Like for people, you can get on a wait list so that when
That'd be cool too. Just boom, wait list.
well, when people cancel and you're on the wait list, like this person canceled, okay, you're the next person on the wait list, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's me being logical and thinking about no stuff. I'll go Buster. So, and this is what I got back, and this set me off big time, Jeff. It's like, and in a way, I was just happy to get a response, but it says, as of now, we're not doing another RSVP drop or implementing a wait list. If this changes, there'll be an announcement on the Ripple Twitter account, so please pay attention or turn on post notifications. This right here got me going. Thanks for your support.
At that point, why not just
tell somebody to go F themselves, Jeff? I mean, thanks for your support. Dude, I'm telling you that your website was broken. That I was there at 9 o'clock and it didn't work. And you're like,
that's what's going to happen. You get like tens of thousands of people that are trying to go to a form fill, and you're going to crash the form fill. I mean, it's just if it's not ready for that, it's unfortunate. I'm sure it could be pretty cool though.
Well, but here's what I said. Here's my email response from Ripple regarding the party. So you're saying there's a chance?
Glad we
chance. There's always a chance. Yeah, you have a little bit of fun with it. So this one was funny. So this is the one where Matt Hamilton said, yeah, you can have a simple NFT on the XRP
wallet. Yes.
On the XRP, it doesn't matter which. You just have anyone. Like, that's the technology, right? So BPM wallet, they recently had a party over in London, but these guys are doing the wave of innovation, which is the Gold Coast 2024. This is going to be the event, guys. You guys want to go to a proper event party? This is the one. It's on the Gold Coast in Australia. BPM wallet is running the ticket. This is innovative technology. And they said we could have NFT gated it, meaning that there was some sort of a verification process. We're NFT gating the XPunks NFT event. This is the one that was going on during the last conference. Ironically, the method that Ripple could have adopted could easily be exploited by touts. Maybe next time.
That's a good point.
So I was like, how funny is that?
Yeah, that's also the thing is they want your full name, birth date. We're sending way too much information via form fill. I don't even know if it was I'm hoping it was a secure form fill. Not sure if the form fill was secured.
I can't play the music because I'll get copyright issues, but this was the cool event. So everybody that got in here, Jeff, because they had
validated through BPM.
Through BPM. And they had an XPunks.
Yeah, and they're fired up about XPunks, right? Because they have the XPunks NFT. Imagine they had a Ripple NFT or an XRP NFT or something cool that's present on the BPM wallet or on the XRPL somehow. People would be even more fired up. It'd be something of value, something people would cherish for years to come. Token gated events, the way to go. It's what people do in the crypto space. And how do you have a crypto party? And you're a crypto company and you don't have the registration crypto. I'm mystified by that. I don't know if there's someone from Ripple watching, I get it. You guys wanted to rush it out, but I just don't get it. So someone comment on Twitter, go onto and check out On the Chain, Twitter, and just comment and say, hey, this is why we did it this way. We were trying to rush it out. There wasn't time. No one really thought about that, or we thought about it, but I don't, man, I was really hoping for more. I mean, I really was. I was hoping for more from such a high-tech company. Man, that's it. Let's move on to something.
We're not moving on yet. Hang on a second. I got some more things.
Let's move on to something funny then.
Well, this is not really funny, but this is. I wanted to just talk a little bit about this the Gold Coast event. The tickets are going to go on sale pretty soon, but let's look at this right here. So Crypto YETIS is going to be there, which is awesome. Like this.
Oh yes,
it's going to be
Coast.
So this is the XRP Gold Coast.
Everybody, what the Gold Coast is. We're not talking about a casino.
No, we're not calling it a casino. It is a casino as well. But no, the Gold Coast is.
Where is it?
In Australia, on the east coast of Australia. It's right below Brisbane, and it's right above Sydney, which everyone knows Sydney. You know, iconic opera house and all that. But it's beautiful. They have some amusement parks there. They do have. It's just a. It looks just a lot like. It reminded me a little bit of Hawaii or South Beach. Just beautiful. Crypto YETIS is going to be there. She's going to be a keynote speaker. Wave of Innovation is what's putting it on. Now, what's interesting about this and what separates this from other events that are happening, there's another one happening in Vegas. There was one that happened in Vegas not too long ago. This is a non-for-profit. This is not being put together so that somebody can profit, right? It's purely, so they're making the tickets affordable so that they want people to go. They want people to go, and they want to showcase the tech that's happening in the XRPL. They're going to have some other cool speakers that are going to be there as well. And this was just them announcing that. And this is what I said. This is the event you don't want to miss. And the BPM wallet's handling the ticketing. Like, this is cool. Like, you have an event that is like showcasing technology tickets on the XRPL. And then this one, John Deaton put this one out. Like, so this was John Deaton is going to be there. So you get to meet John Deaton as well. Wow. It's going to be happening March 22nd to 24th.
And it's an hour
from Brisbane Airport. Yeah, land to Brisbane.
So it's close. And they do drive on the other side of the road. So if you rent a car,
I'm not
expect that. It's kind of like being in the UK. Very cool.
I'll forget, and it won't. I don't know how you do that. Anyway, but so again, thrilled to announce John Deaton, renowned legal expert and advocate, is going to be there. So John Deaton's going to be there, and he wrote this little thing. This is interesting. A little tidbit here. He wrote that he checked the 75,000 XRP holder list, the one that was instrumental in the big takedown of the SEC with Judge Torres's ruling. Australia has moved into the number 3 spot. About 53% of the 75,000 XRP holders are from the US. The United Kingdom comes in number 2. And after that, Australia has a very small lead. Like, for example, 11 people over Canada as the 3rd most represented countries. So I couldn't say no when they asked them to go, or nor passing the opportunity to meet so many of them. And this is how we feel as well. It's like, this is an exciting event. I love the fact that it's nonprofit. Keeping the ticket prices low, support people can event, people can go, and let's face it, Jeff. We look at our stats, and number 3 often is Australia. So I mean, the big part of Australia has made on the chain. You guys have supported us over the years, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly to Sydney. We're going to fly to Sydney, and then we're going to drive.
Jeff,
that's the Gold Coast.
Did you see that, Jeff? So Brisbane, right?
So, for 9 hours.
We're going to sound like natives. Be like, just fly into Brizzy.
Into Brizzy.
So we'll be like, dude, we're flying into Brizzy.
Yeah, I'm going to Brizzy. I'm going to Sydney.
That's so funny. You look on a map and you're like, it's north of Sydney. 9 hours?
9 hours north of Sydney. And it's not like all on road. I'm sure you're driving through some outback or something. No, we're going to drive. They have beetles that are like this big and spiders that are that big.
I hope so. I can't wait to see them. Some big old spiders, Jeff. Gotta love it.
Terrifying.
Terrifying old big old spiders.
So Mike Morales saying, come on over here. He's not far from Chip and Jeff, and they could come. You don't need a ticket. You come down here, and we're gonna have a party down here. How about that? Michael Murphy said, just go online and register. Oh wait, that's the SEC.
Whoa. Wait a minute, man. Like, when you thought you were off the subject, you pull us back in. This is a great information. Just go and register online. Sure, sounds pretty easy. Almost anybody can do it. And people are like going, Chip, you couldn't register? I'm like, yeah, I guess I've been working in tech for so many years, since the internet was formed. But I'm an idiot, right? Apparently, I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to shift refresh. I wouldn't know how to clear my cache. I wouldn't know how to do any of that stuff. Just a complete moron. Just don't know how to operate a web page.
You see,
My
Gary
God.
said Australian spiders love bald guys. So
Thank God,
they're
dude.
gonna,
Thank God. That's what I have to
I
say
bet
for
if
that.
their spiders are that big, their mosquitoes must be massive too. They must have these big mosquitoes.
Or those giant horseflies. What about the
Yeah.
horseflies?
Oh, I bet
So,
the horseflies from upstate New York could give the. I wonder if they have horseflies over there. They probably have kangaroo flies. Something
I
big.
want to just kangaroo flies. They do this. They do jump flying
Oh, we
through
have
the air. How great is that? It's awesome. It's Jeff. So look at this. So this is BPM Wallets coming out with this brand new app. It's called Twotixx, and it's basically ticketing streamlined. Take your event security. Look at this. Hello, and I'm not trolling. I just think this is a great idea. Take your event security and your fan experience to the next level. Simple REST API allows Twotixx to integrate with the primary ticketing company's existing systems. So you get your little app here. Looks badass as hell.
That's pretty cool.
The mission of
Twotixx.
Yeah, the mission of Twotixx is to revolutionize live event security, eliminate touts and scams. And people are going like, well, what's a tout? So I had to look it up because I'm not in on the whole English
What is a
slang.
tout?
You're going to see in a second. I'll pull it right up. A tout is any person that solicits business or employment in a persistent and annoying manner, generally equivalent to a solicitor or a barker. Just an annoying person, right? So it's like these people that are constantly a scammer, basically.
A scammer.
Like the scalpers, Jeff. People buy up all the tickets.
Yes. Yes.
Tickets, it's touts.
A scalper.
So, and it's so funny when you put this. It's like, dude, anybody outside the UK doesn't know what the hell a tout is, right? So it's like, for secondary, it became the gold standard for a fair secondary ticket sales and live event ticket managing, right? Touts, scams. So it's pretty cool.
Man, I
Seamless
like
integration. It's a
Yeah.
great thing, man.
It's a very cool idea. And what is that? That's on the BPM wallet?
Well, BPM's rolling out Twotixx. They're the ones that are rolling
BPM
out.
is rolling out Twotixx. That's interesting.
Yeah, so this is their this is the
Hopefully you
official.
remember how to spell it. Twotixx.
Come on, guys, go follow this, will you
Double
please?
X.
Let me drop this in there, guys. Give them some follows. This is I love.
It's a great idea.
For anybody who click on that link right now, go follow them.
Now,
Let's
Chip,
get them over 200.
Let's get them over. Get over to Twotixx official Twitter over there. Go check it out. How is it different than Ticketmaster? What would be the difference between Twotixx and Ticketmaster?
First of all, it's blockchain. You don't have to. You get they're digital tickets, right? So everything. You don't have to worry about printing and everything. Everything's located on your phone. You can also NFT gate stuff too, like where if you have to have an NFT, like let's suppose it's an official event. If you don't have the official NFT, and even if it was a free NFT, it's a way to eliminate scammers that way. He was talking about the NFT gate, like how they did the X punks. That's one way to do it. And ethical secondary marketplace provides a secure environment for secondary ticket sales. This is where a lot of secondary ticket sales, a scammer will go in or a scalper will go in and buy up a bunch of tickets. But sometimes when it gets to the secondary market, I mean, there's a lot of apps in the U.S. that do that now that are I've purchased, sport in different, in concerts and stuff through that. It's a lot better than it was, but to have a secondary sale right there, so it's a little more trusted. Secondary ticketing market in the UK is $1 billion each year. Wow. That profit comes directly from the fans of pocket of fans. So that's incredible, man. Attendee verification, personalized ticketing, integrated digital ID solution, security of events, customers, attendee data.
It's a big deal.
And okay, so this is what kills me. Ripple could have really made a splash and said, "Hey guys, we're going to be using Twotixx. We're going to be integrating in that."
That would
they
be
could
so cool.
They could even give free NFTs to people that just had an XRP wallet, just so you can say, "Hey, I have an XRP wallet. You go claim your XRP, your free thing, and you go over here, and boom, you're in."
Chip, check your crisp. They're getting. There might be static.
Let me see here.
It's loud, so it's hard for me to tell on my end.
You never can tell.
I know.
It never helps me out at all.
The only thing you can look is just to see if your thing is on.
It's on.
Yeah, it could just be crisp. Crisp is being a little bizarre lately. Right? Yeah. We run software upon software, so you never know. But anyhow, That I like that. Zoom in on that thing. What is the NFT ticket all about? So look at that NFT with the ticket.
What
And
do you
that's
mean
what
right
gold.
here?
Yeah. Look at that. Zoom in on the graphic.
I think I am
If
zoomed
you
in.
can. Oh, is that it? You're fully zoomed. There you go.
There it is.
Look at that. You got the little NFT. There's
Owned,
your
claimed. There you go.
collectible ID. Look at that. And you got some properties to it. It's very cool.
So use
Use
of
the
the blockchain is
blockchain.
optional. Not every event. Maybe I was too close to the mic. Is that better? Maybe I was too close.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
you
know.
go. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think it was way too close to me.
Yep.
However, we offer you the tools to explore, and thank you for that, Hans. Appreciate that. I can't hear myself. Jeff doesn't hear me either, so I rely on you, the faithful, the ones that will actually tell me that, hey, Chip, your mic is horrible, man. You got to fix that stuff. I always ask Jeff, and it's like sometimes my mic's not plugged in. It sounds good to me. I was like, dude, my mic was off the whole time. What are you talking about? But anyway, so anyway, this is enhanced experiences with digital collectibles. I mean, there's so many cool things, and yeah, it's transforming engagement, exclusive airdrops. And it's all built on the XRPL, people. It's
Very
freaking
cool.
fantastic, Jeff.
All right,
There you
where
have it.
is well, we got some videos. We had something on something about a car.
Yeah, let me put
Somebody
that
has
up there. Let me throw. Yeah, so I don't know if you ever see these videos on YouTube, but somebody shows up in a really nice car, and some guy with a camera chases them down and says, "Hey, who are you? What do you do? That's a really cool car." And they're like, "Dude, I just came to this event. I wasn't expecting to get hijacked by some nutter, but I've seen so many of these. But somebody found one that was somewhat interesting. You guys might recognize this person here, but here it is. Throw this up. Let's go. Hang on a second. It's loading up. Loading up. Here it is.
No, it's a great car. We love it.
It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a good everyday car too.
Yeah. Any profession you work in or industry?
Fintech.
Any advice you'd give for someone like one day hoping to drive something like this?
Just keep at it.
Keep at it?
People try to knock you down, just keep at it.
Hell yeah.
Go, go, go.
Okay.
Hey, go, go, go. This is a Porsche 918 Spyder. It's a $2 million car.
Nice.
And Chris Larsen says with a completely straight face, it's a great everyday car, Jeff.
Yeah, it's awesome.
$2 million car is a great everyday car. I'm not saying, I'm not doubting. Well, let's listen to this guy. He says, it's great. So here he is, pulls up, $2 million Porsche 918 Spyder. Here it
That
is.
car's awesome.
Oh, no, it's a great car. We love it.
It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a good everyday car too.
Yeah. Any profession you work in or industry?
Fintech.
Any advice you'd give for someone like one day hoping to drive something like this?
Just keep at it.
Keep at it?
People try to knock you down, just keep at it.
Hell yeah.
Go, go, go.
Okay. Do you invest at all either?
Yep. Yeah. a
Okay.
little bit, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I appreciate it.
And
Man.
what?
Nice to meet
Absolutely,
you.
yeah.
That guy's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Larsen is always very cool, and but again, you get a car like this because you deserve it, man. You worked here, he's had a number of companies and stuff. But I just love he says it's an everyday car. Dude, I got a $2 million car. I don't know if it's an everyday car, especially in San Francisco, where they're breaking windows and stuff. I don't know, man.
He's driving on the grass. If you live down in Miami and you're in the Porsche Tower, then you can park your Porsche on your level. You have a garage in your apartment, in your condo. You just bring it right up to your garage.
No way I
Maybe they
picture
have that in
Chris,
San Fran too.
I picture Chris Larsen like he's kind of like a Bruce Wayne. He's got like a manor somewhere, and like he drives up to this like mega like place, and all of a sudden like the ground opens up and he like goes under and and he has, so that's why he never worries. Like he takes it out, he does his thing, he shows up in an event, he gives a great everyday car, and he goes back to Larsen Manor, and it's this giant complex, and it just looks like beautiful, and he just pulls a car in and it comes up and all this like cool gadgetry, and it just then it goes to an underground layer garage with all kinds of cool, I don't know, cool gadgets and stuff.
Chris should have said for advice, make a blockchain company. Now that would have been sweet. Could have said invest in XRP.
Like XRP, bitches.
There could have been so many things that he could have said. That would have been really cool. Hey, did you know, by the way, that the G20, on a side note to all this, even though we're doing a whole bunch of funny stuff, they had all their big meetings. They're talking about the Ukraine, and none of them could come to any type of conclusion on the Ukraine and everything. But and Russia, which actually I think at the end of the day they probably made the right call to the fury of many. But I thought this was interesting here. G20 moves forward with international crypto framework. It'll affect users in several countries by automatically exchanging information about crypto transactions between jurisdictions on an annual basis. So now, if you can say, hey, tell me that crypto is going to be the next biggest thing in the financial infrastructure globally,
Yeah.
without telling me that, just read that. And you know that entire G20, all the world leaders are getting together and saying, hey, we got to figure this out because we got to share transactions on an annual basis, because they know there's going to be a shit ton of transactions in the crypto world. And, you know, they had a 2-day summit. They were over there in New Delhi. We know how friendly India has been on cryptocurrencies. They've been hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. I'm not sure where they stand right now regarding crypto. But I thought look at the countries here. So who's it going to affect? We were talking about Argentina earlier. Interesting, right? With the whole Bitcoin, with the new president potential. Australia, if you're in Australia, Brazil, Canada, China. I find China is interesting. We know they're doing some major things over there. France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, South Korea, Turkey, the UK, and the US. Oh, as well as the European Union. Kind of threw that in at the end.
Well, the
That's
only
a
reason
lot
they're
of
doing this is because of taxes. They don't, I mean, don't pretend they're not pretending like you're feigning interest in cryptocurrency. They're
No,
just
they're
like, hey,
not.
how do we
They
get
just know.
paid, man? How do we crush the people even more? And how do we
Exactly.
destroy them and take all of the remaining money they have? And
Yeah.
that only outlet they have, which is crypto, how do we crush that also?
Well, what they know, they realize how much money is going to be transacted in cryptocurrency. So they know they have to start sharing it. I mean,
And
that's
where's the
it.
US in all this, Jeff? Like, what is the US doing here?
What are they doing?
They're part of the G20, but I mean, are they?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you got to ask Gary.
By the way, Jeff, I saw a video today. I mean, I almost like to play it, but this is the resident in the White
Ask
House
Joe.
was doing a press conference, and he went way off the script. He was like, blah, 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 and all of a sudden, one of the aides jumped in and said, "Thank you, everyone. The press conference is over." And he was like looking around, not sure what was happening. I mean, it's beyond embarrassing at this point. It's like every single day. It's like every single day, 10 times a day. Can't figure it out. And everybody is just like, man, King's clothes look great. Everything's fantastic. Everything's good. The media is complicit. I'm thinking to myself, does anybody have any care for this person's like livelihood? Can you get some care to this person? Can you just show a little bit of compassion and like, hey man, maybe this gig ain't working out so much for you, and maybe you ought to just go to the home and live it out in peace and get you some medication and we'll fix you up. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's getting a little bit creepy,
I'm
weird.
trying to find. I can't find it.
Well, before you find that, I'm gonna throw this up.
Anyhow, yeah.
No, just look for that. I'm gonna throw this up, but this was
I don't
interesting
need it.
here because Neil Hartner put this up. He said, and so XRP Productions, XRPP, and his entourage set off on their long pilgrimage to the proper party in a few weeks. And this is him right here with the entourage. There he goes. He's running by. There he goes,
that's
running
great.
by.
Oh, that's funny.
Still
That
around
is
one of those people movers. It looks like he's pedaling with a bunch of people. Dude, how funny is that?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, this is great. If you guys don't know, it's just somebody, they're pretending like they're like a guy's riding a bike, but it's just people. And they're on one of those people movers in the airport. So
But
there he is on his.
It's even funnier if the guy in the bottom, because there's a guy in the bottom who's the pedal. Yeah, if his sweatshirt gets stuck, you know, when you're at the end of the people mover
Dude.
thing, and his sweatshirt gets stuck in the.
Yeah, I had a buddy in
Not be funny.
when I was in university, and he was in was in Pittsburgh, and he went up an escalator, and his vans got like sucked into the thing. He almost lost like a toe.
Oh God.
And he's like, dude, this is like the good old days. Back then, he was like, dude, just replacing my shoe that got crumbled up, and he didn't even get like a shoe replaced. Meanwhile, today, now you have this major lawsuit to be like $10 million. Why? Because you lost a shoe and it was horrific. It was a horrifying experience, and oh well. So there you go. Anyway, that's some funny stuff.
So Biden, I think no, I did. I was trying to find what Hans was saying. You should play the India finance minister speech clip from the G20, but I couldn't find it so easy.
Well, you gotta help us with that if you're gonna tell us to do it.
I
We're
don't know
happy
where
to
it is,
do it,
but
but
we got something here from the nice floor talk, the Fortress Trust CEO. Was there something really cool in that we wanted to listen to?
well, I just think it's interesting when they were talking about it, talking about what it was. I wanted to pull up the tweet here because
Oh, here it
I
is.
like to give. Hang on, before
Give
you
some
play that.
reference before we play the video.
Yeah, there's some reference. Let me see. Hang on a second. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Nope. Here it is. I like to give. So this was by. Hang on, let me open up this clip here. Of course, it's taking forever. Yeah, of course it won't load. Yeah, why not? We're just doing a live show here, Jeff. I mean, it's not a big deal. So Dark Horse tweeted this out, and this is what basically said here, which is he said all MLTs, a silver member in the ABA, banking provided by Bancroft, partnered with iTrust, Alloy. We went through all those people. Regulation to say this acquisition by Ripple is extremely advantageous for them as a company is an understatement. And this is the video right here of them talking about it. So
Okay.
Fortress Trust. So I thought
So that's the video I got queued up over here.
Yeah, so go ahead and pop that on there.
Mike Smithson was stuck in an elevator for 4 hours when the electricity went out. That would suck.
4 hours. It must have been super hot in there.
Dude, that would suck.
Big
All right,
time.
here we go. So here's the video. Got the nice floor talk. You got this backdrop. Got these two guys here.
Yes.
We got the CEO, Fortress Trust CEO Albert Faulkner, and President T something. Okay.
It's a T.
T something because we can't read it
Yeah,
anymore.
cut off. Nah, what are you gonna do?
Okay, here we go. Let's play this. Here we go.
I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Albert Faulkner. He is
Really low,
CEO
Jeff.
at Fortress Trust, and I also have Tom Michelina. He is president
Tom
at Fortress
Michelina,
Trust.
president.
Gentlemen,
There you go.
thank
There you
you
go.
both for joining me today. Wonderful to
Can
have
you
you here
turn
on
it
the
up?
floor.
Thank you so much. Excited to be here. Thanks, Judy.
You raised the
Pleasure to
volume.
have you. Now, before we get started, quick
Oh.
note to viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies.
Wow.
All right, so Tom, let's start with you. What's
Yes, ma'am.
Fortress Trust?
So, Judy, Fortress Trust is a fully regulated, fully licensed, non-depository trust company. And we're part of a larger ecosystem that we call Fortress Blockchain Technologies. And under our umbrella, we have Fortress Wallet, which is a fully embeddable, white-labeled wallet. And we have Fortress NFT. So we're able to do your NFT minting. You combine that with Fortress Trust, and we are an innovative, full suite solution for Web3 infrastructure. Yeah. And the idea is this area is developing so rapidly, and we want to be positioned to be a leader in it and not a follower. So it's a heavy lift to have all of those under one umbrella, but yet we think it's worth it because really NFTs, tokenization is, I think, the next evolution of the internet, and we want to be a leader in that space.
All right, now, Albert, a lot of your team have a regulatory background.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how does that impact the way you operate your business?
Yeah, so I spent my years as a regulator, 25 years as a state banking regulator. The last 10 as the banking commissioner in Wyoming, which, if you're familiar with that,
Wyoming
was
that's
a leader and tried to be fostering to institutions that wanted to be in the crypto and blockchain space. And so from that, I was able to see the industry, the crypto blockchain industry, evolve rapidly. But part of that evolution requires a compliant manner. You know, the move fast, break things,
compliance is interesting.
Forgiveness, not permission mentality has shifted a lot in digital assets.
Very important.
So when I came on at Fortress, I wanted to make sure that I had as much regulatory chops as possible. But I wanted to find team members that understood and know how to balance both innovation and regulation. You can't have one without the other. You either get yourself in trouble or you just freeze and don't get anywhere. and so we're building a team up. I've got some core colleagues with me that we have roughly 75 years worth of bank and digital asset regulatory experience. And I think that will position us to be a leader in the space, give us an advantage.
Really interesting, but lots of experience, Chip. I
No, a lot of
find what I,
stuff.
75 years of digital asset experience combined, banking and digital asset. I find it. I thought that was a funny comment. So Fortress are the guys the government's call to lock up your crypto. when you're getting around their systems. And that's, so here we go. Again, this shows the direction the economy is moving in at a rapid pace. We had 10 years where 11, 12 years maybe where you don't hear much. And now all of a sudden, and it is all of a sudden, like it just now, in the past 6 months to a year, but maybe it's 2 years because the SEC dropped the bombshell on Ripple, and XRP. And it's interesting that only one asset currently has outcome in the court with the very decisive that it is not a security, but the timing, Jim, and it just seems so coincidental. And the one thing that we know, there's really no such thing as a coincidence, right? It just if it looks compelling, there obviously was a lot of plotting and planning to get to this point, but the timing is very, very suspect with all of this. What else?
I want to put this up. Robin Durd said it's funny these little guys talking about blockchain/crypto. Well, Julie, we really are the guys that had all the money, so we made teenagers build us some cool blockchain shit, and these guys are all buzzwords.
That's it.
The first guy was a little bit nervous. I don't blame him. Listen, anytime you got to go live, you're going to do something in front of a big audience. I mean, I've been there. It's like, I remember one time I was presenting at a
lots of buzzwords
at a conference, and it was a competition, right? It was a startup competition. And there were 10 people, and I was told I wasn't going on until day 2. So they're like, they come tap me on the shoulder and like, okay, you're going first. I'm like, what? Room's packed, just standing room only. There's like just people everywhere, and I was like, what? They're like, yeah. I said, I thought I was going tomorrow. Oh no, we shifted the schedule around. You're up. Are you ready? And I was like, not ready, Jeff. I was not ready. I'm like getting my laptop. I'm plugging into the big screen. I get my clicker, and I started. I started. It was really good. There was one time when I was up there, I forgot everything. I forgot who I was. I didn't know where I was. Like I blanked out, and I just I'm on the stage. Everyone's looking, the lights, and I'm like, and then blah blah, and I just hit my stride again. But there was like a pause. It felt like 3 minutes. It was probably only maybe like 8 seconds, but I lost touch with reality for a second. So these guys, when you get up there and you go, okay, we're gonna go live. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Tell me what is Fortress? And then you got to tell them what Fortress
and you got to talk about it. You got to tell them all about it. But man, it's interesting. Yeah, there were a lot of buzzwords being thrown out there in terms of who they are, what they do. Obviously, there was some big dollars thrown around. But again, Ripple's seen a direction. These companies aren't just throwing out dollars to start doing acquisitions, and the NYSE isn't interviewing them just for the heck of it. G20 summit isn't passing, trying to pass regulation just for the heck of it. Everybody knows the direction the future is going in, whereas there's still a little bit of FUD out there talking about the destabilization of the space, de-dollarization, all these different things. Man, I think the future is bright. And that's the most amazing part about it, is that we're all moving in the right direction. It's crazy that it's still so young. It's still in its infant stages. Why is Fortress talking about NFT? What is their plan with NFT? Because we know the NFT space is so much more than just the art. Obviously, with Twotixx, having the NFT right there on your ticket, and as an authentication mechanism of the ticket, and pairing that to the blockchain, and and that's just tickets. We haven't even tapped into every other possible scenario utilizing NFT and the significance of it. But these guys know, they understand the significance of it. Just scratching the surface, with the smart contracts and everything else, and interoperability, moving of money. Man, it's gonna be phenomenal. I can't imagine, Chip, how fast and how far we've come in the past 11, 12 years. I've been in this space since 2017. Found out early on when I should have probably invested, when I first discovered back in 2014. Took a little while to wrap my head around it, but now I look forward. Imagine 2023 to 2028. What are the next, 5 years going to look like, for this space? Look how fast, Chip, AI is growing in 6 months. Where is this space going? Imagine you start merging a little bit of AI with this technology over the next few years. 10 years from now, it's going to be a different space. I do think we're going to be moving rapidly away from fiat. And the next battle on the floor right now, it has to do with central bank digital currencies, stable coins, and cryptocurrencies, and keeping people safe and private. That's what I think the next battle is, Chip.
You could probably right, Jeff. I was actually looking. We've been teasing this for a while that we would go back and play some early videos, and I was going to play one.
Oh,
I remember we talked about that, like some early videos, and
oh yeah, we were going to do that. We were going to pull some good stuff up. That would
let me see if
awesome.
I might have one here. Let's see. Here's one. Hang on, so let me do this real quick. This is from 3 years ago, Jeff. This is like, it might as well have been forever and a day.
Mike is talking about real estate. Kelly's talking about real estate. Man, real estate.
Yeah,
Smart contract. It's all good stuff. And Costco, Jim D is saying that Costco might be part of the partner acquisition. Costco getting ready to sell gold, silver, just like Walmart does online. That could be interesting too. And China is acquiring gold at rapid pace right now. So a lot of things that are happening all at once. Oh, can't forget about this. This is a good one. Everyone stay tuned for this one, because our buddy Gary Gensler is going to be in front of Congress again this week. So that is going to be perfect. Definitely going to be perfect. Some other points here. I love seeing the commentary here. Things that we might not have hit on. Some points that we didn't touch on. Michael Murphy's mentioned that Ripple is making pre-IPO acquisitions, and that could be also that's interesting. Some really important technology and other companies in the space. That's a great one.
Yeah, here we go, Jeff. Let's go with this here. Here's one from three years ago. Tell me if you can hear this. Hopefully you can hear it. You hear it?
Yeah.
It's the greatest ever, dude. Chip here with the XRP Minute. Being pretty quiet because if you look in the background, there's a bear. It's a bear. It's not bearable guy, but he's looking right at me. Okay, he's a bear. I think he can hear me. Here's the thing. Bears, they don't mess around. If he starts charging me, I'm in big trouble. Oh, Jeff. Perfect opportunity.
Dude, that's awesome.
Logo tags.
That was good. That was great.
Wasn't that the greatest ever? Look at this one, and I found this one too. Like this is like
Dude, play another one. That was
one
awesome.
where, because remember, if you guys don't know, Jeff and I did separate shows. So we let's see. Here we go. Let's see the tab. Make sure I got the right one. Okay, Jeff and I did separate shows, and we unified. And here's another one. That's the greatest ever.
Here with the XRP Minute. I am back, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting new show that's launching on the chain. What's it called? It's called Deep Dive, and it features the digital nomad investor and the HODL review. What are we going to be deep diving? Well, for starters, coronavirus. Where did it come from? Was it manufactured in the lab? Did it escape? Where exactly were its origins? Also, we're going to deep dive some Really interesting stuff in crypto, some conspiracies, if you will. We're going to take a deep dive and take a look even further. This show, Deep Dive, airs every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, if you miss it, it's not a problem. You can always go on the YouTubers, and you can find it. You'll be able to watch it, but you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be fun. Also,
There you go. Oh, I can handle
that. That's so amazing.
Chip here with the XRP. Dude, I still want to say that. 3 years later, it was Chip here with the XRP Minute.
Oh my God. That was great.
Too busy.
That's Chip's son.
I'm too busy working for the man. That's when I had short hair, Jeff. Now my hair is super long.
Flashbacks, Chip. Flashback.
Yeah, epic.
It is so epic. So epic. Jim D said, Chip, Jeff, you need to live feed Congress bash of Gensler, especially when Kennedy gets to bust his chops. And I want to see Rep Donalds, busting on him if he has an opportunity again. That was just epic stuff. So, man, exciting. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? Rod McDermott. Here's a headline. At Apex, I talked to David Schwartz. He said Ripple has put together an evaluation team to decide if Ripple should acquire, build, or partner for a Ripple CBDC.
What does that mean?
To acquire or to build. That meaning that should they acquire a company that is building a CBDC? Should they build one, or should they partner for a specific Ripple CBDC?
That makes no sense. I have no clue what that means. It's like this.
That's what David Schwartz is saying.
It means nothing. So we've been hearing that they make CBDCs now. It's like they're just wondering if they should acquire a company.
Tech for it. Well, maybe a company that's already doing it. I don't know any companies.
Here's the thing. CBDCs. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants the control. Nobody cares. Shut your mouth about CBDCs.
Central bank digital currencies.
Anyway, we got to get out of here.
David Schwartz wants them.
David Schwartz. Not for me, Jeff. That's all we have, guys. We will be out of here. He says, nice. That's how Ryan Seacrest got started.
Yeah.
I would do those 1 minute videos, and I would do like 15 times. I'd screwed it up all the time. It was like ridiculous. Here we just come on here, and whatever happens, well, that's just how it goes, Jeff.
Yeah, I can't even imagine pulling back some of the videos I used to make way back in the day. Pull back
next time, dude. Wednesday
yeah. It's great. We have people that watched us way back when, that are there right from the beginning, that are here, with us today, which is so amazing. We have the best and the brightest in all of a YouTube crypto space. If you guys didn't know it already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Make sure you get notified when we go live, because we stream 3 days a week. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to support the channel, click the nice links in the description below. You can go buy some amazing coffee. Check out Ask Gary, Ask Mike, the Badass Yetis Coffee.com. Good stuff. Go to onthechain.io. Go check out the website. Subscribe. Get the email when we're done streaming. You'll get a link to the podcast and to the video. You can go to XRP.cafe and check out the Badass Yetis. There's a link to that as well. And stay tuned for the Badass Yetis White Tribe, because that's going to be coming soon to a theater near you called XRP.cafe. So we'll talk more about that as it comes closer. Chip, that's all we got.
People. That's all we got, guys. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on Wednesday night. Chip and Jeff.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.